The Titans used their second round pick to take T'Vondre Sweat at number 38 overall. There is a lot of controversy over this pick, and I'm here to tell you why it's not a bad pick. Hey Titans fans, Titan Uprising here. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to dive right into this video because there are a lot of reports out there that say the Titans reached for Sweat with their second round pick, and I'm here to tell you that they did not. I'll start off with something that Ran Carthon said, and I'll pull that up on the screen here for you. Ran Carthon was on 104.5 The Zone and talked about the Titans picking Sweat. And he said, I promise that in everything we do, we're well researched. What people don't see is the text messages and calls you get from teams after you take their guy. And how many texts and calls we were taking him with our next pick. And great pick. I had earmarked on the board of this is the furthest we could go back and still get a guy of this caliber. And even with that, one of the teams that I earmarked that we could go below to get him texted and said after the draft, we would have taken him if he was there, so we would have missed out. Right from the GM's mouth, it's okay, guys. I'm going to keep proving this point to you and explain why this is a great pick. And it's obvious that this DWI hurt Sweat's draft stock. It's obvious. But it's also obvious that teams still wanted to draft this guy despite of the DWI. 7 defensive tackles went in the second round. The Falcons and Commanders both took defensive tackles at pick 35 and 36, right before the Titans came up at pick 38. The Rams, Jags, Bengals, and Browns took defensive tackles at 39, 48, 49, and 54. If the Titans tried to trade back, they would have missed out on Sweat, who was obviously the guy they were targeting in round 2. Not to mention the Rams, who picked at 39, traded up to make that pick. What we can kind of guess is that these offers that the Titans received probably would have put them too far back that they wouldn't have been able to get Sweat or another defensive tackle that they liked. And they came out and said they wanted Sweat. So, they knew they couldn't trade back and get him. And it's pretty apparent with the picks that followed. And you had the very next pick, the Rams, trade up. So, we don't know what those offers were. But like I said, what we can guess is those offers put them too far back and they wouldn't have gotten the guy they want. And as I've said before in previous videos, if you want a guy, take him. Don't get cute and try to trade back. If you want a guy, just go out and get him, take him. The Titans put their board together and they trusted it and they stuck to their picks and the guys they wanted. Now, let's get into why Sweat is a great player and what it means to the Titans defense. First off, adding Sweat gives the Titans almost 1,000 pounds on the defensive line. That's nuts. Between Sweat, Jeffrey Simmons, and Sebastian Joseph Day, 1,000 pounds of human flesh on that line. That's insane. The Titans' theme of this draft was to get big, and they got big. They got huge on the defensive line. Big Jeff loved this pick as well, and I loved it that he loved it. He tweeted out, "Oh man, let's go. Finally got another bowl in the interior. Let's work, big dog." And not to mention, Big Jeff called Ran Carthon and said, "Thank you for picking Sweat." Sweat will be 23 this July. He is 6'4", 366 pounds. He has a 33.25-inch reach. He ran the 40 in 5.27 seconds. And let me tell you about the 40-yard dash. His adjusted 40 time at his height and weight is similar to a 180-pound defensive back running a 4.26. That's insane. Tell me that ain't scary. Last year, he had 45 total tackles, 5 passes defended, 28 QB pressures, 23 of those were QB hurries, 3 QB hits, and 2 sacks. He also added a reception for 2 yards that went for a touchdown. Something him and Jeff Simmons are going to have in common. Both big men scoring touchdowns, and I love it. This guy, he's a better run defender than he is a pass rusher. But if he loses a few pounds, he'll be quicker and be able to get after the quarterback better, especially with some NFL coaching and being next to Jeff Simmons. He needs to be in better shape. And even he said if he gets to 355 or 350, that he will be a Hall of Famer. I love the confidence here by him saying that. And he knows he needs to trim down. He knows he needs to lose some weight. Now, excuse me, this pick means so much for the Tennessee Titans because, for one, the Titans have faith in this guy. Because they have faith in him, and Ran Carthon, I think, had a really good first draft. I think he had a good draft this year as well. There's nothing to prove to me or to make me think he's, dropping the ball. A lot of people get upset, and I said this in my video about Titans taking J.C. Latham. If you don't go out and get that sexy player, that sexy pick, a lot of people are like, oh, it's a horrible pick. They want to see the flashy guys. Games are won in the trenches. They really are. They always have been. Every team that wins a Super Bowl every year or makes it deep into the playoffs, they have a good offensive line. The Titans, the last time we were good and relevant, we had a good offensive line. It really started going down the tubes when J-Rob drafted Isaiah Wilson, and he didn't pan out. And we let Conklin go, and we ended up, keeping Lewan, but Lewan, got the injuries, and then we let him go, and he's retired. So when the offensive line started to fall apart, the Titans started to fall apart, and we can't afford for guys like Levis to get hurt. So we built the trenches on the offense. We're building the trenches on the defense. We're big on both sides of the ball. Sweat is a massive part of that. He's, like I said before, he's more of a run defender than he is pass. But if he drops down some weight, trims up, gets some NFL coaching, he can get after the quarterback. You're going to have to double team either Sweat or Simmons. And let's be honest, they're going to double team Simmons. And because of that, you're leaving Sweat there with a one-on-one with an interior offensive lineman. I will take that all day. I already pointed out how fast he would be if he was a defensive back. The guy's quick. His stamina's not there, but he can lose some weight and get the stamina there. I will be posting a little short because I found something of him working out and him saying, I'm motivated. I hear people saying all the negativity. It's only like a 15-second clip, but I'm going to post it later tonight after I drop this video. So check that out as well. I like the attitude. I love how he's into it, engaged. Titans wanted players that love football. And that seems to be the theme that, they went through with this draft. These guys are passionate. He's already getting to work. He didn't just say, hey, I'm a second-round pick. I'm good. I got it. He's not pulling the Isaiah Wilson where he didn't do crap after. So a lot of people say that, he might remind them of him because of the size, I guess, or the look. I don't know. But, and the DWI doesn't help. But, guys, we've all made mistakes. Imagine every mistake that you've ever made will come to light if you were to go through the NFL draft. They're going to pull up everything they can. I mean, obviously he made it before the draft, but maybe he's excited. He's celebrating. You don't know. I mean, how many times have you had a couple drinks and you could definitely get pulled over, but you're also fine? It happens. Everybody's human. And I shouldn't say it happens like it's fine because it's not fine. But he's a young kid, just graduated college, just, got out of college, just going to the NFL. Listen, everybody makes mistakes. Luckily, nobody was hurt or injured. You made a mistake. Doesn't mean he's a horrible human being. It just makes him human. And I'm okay with that. If he continues to exhibit that behavior, then there's an issue. And then, yeah, this pick sucks after. But, excuse me, there's nothing that proves that this pick is bad. And if the Titans teammates love this pick, the Titans coaching loves this pick, and they did their due diligence and vetted this guy, I'm all for it. And not to mention the secondary the Titans put together in the offseason with Awuzie and L'Jarius Sneed. I mean, man, we finally have corners to cover. Now you put some big men in the middle. Sweat's more of like a run stuffer. He's going to eat two guys up in the run game. And he has the reach with the arms, the 33 and I think a quarter. And, man, this defense is going to be transformed. It really is. I can't wait to break down some more of these guys because as I do more research into every one of them, I like more and more There's a linebacker that we drafted, and I don't want to give it away. Obviously, you guys know who he is, but I like him a lot. And I can't wait to do a video on him. I already posted some shorts of him, by the way, if you guys want to check that out. But guys, let me know what you think down below of this pick. Are you concerned? Are you not concerned? If you are, drop it down below. Let me know what you guys have. But hey guys, as always, tighten up.